It's time to leave for now, but we'll be back tomorrow when the feature race gets itself underway. Welcome to one of, if not the most iconic race circuit in Formula 2. A track with absolutely no room for error, a track that requires every bit of skill these young drivers can muster. We're getting ready for lights out here in Monte Carlo. The Circuit de Monaco is, for all practical purposes, pretty much unchanged since its 1929 introduction. It's strange to consider, but this 2.1 mile lap will take the drivers here around almost an entire country. 19 corners, but not that many opportunities for overtaking. Instead, this is a track that rewards technical skill. As we're now moments away from the off, let's take a look at the grid order in which they'll start today's race. The rookie lines up on pole position, and it's Ayumu Iwasa in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Novalak, Pourchaire, Jehan Daruvala, Maini, Behrman, Fittipaldi, Vesti, Jack Doohan, Hauger, Leclerc, Juan Manuel Correa, Victor Martins, and for sure, Hadjar, Benavides, Roman Stanek, Boschon, Cordial, Maloney, and Roy Nissany completes the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. Hello one, hello all, and welcome.
With this being a high downforce circuit, we're not going to have quite the same top speed we have at other tracks. The good news is, though, it's going to make our DRS even more effective than normal. So try to make the most of it during the race and quali if you can. need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good. Okay, mate, we've got some clear track around us now, so let's use it and make this next lap a quick one. Let's go. Okay, nice work. Really good job with that target, mate. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Gap to your teammate behind, 31.5 seconds. Yes, guys, yes! Come on, boys! Oh, superb driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
Well, what a drive that was to take the win for Hi-Tech GP today.
We've heard stories of drivers watching the race on the big screens while they're going around leading with that kind of advantage. I reckon that's what they were doing, you know, AJ.
And it's time now for the podium celebrations, and how well deserved is this one? What a fantastic victory for Hi-Tech GP. There will be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you'll join us at the next race when Formula 2 returns. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. It will be live and uninterrupted. Hello and welcome to the Circuit of Barcelona, Catalunya. We're counting down to the start of today's race and you can feel the excitement in the air. This promises to be a real spectacle. It's back to the future for the F2 drivers today. We welcome the removal of the chicane in the final sector. It will shorten lap times and reduce the length to 2.9 miles, 14 turns. This was the original setup of the track, but it hasn't been used since 2007. And here are the driver grid positions for today's race.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, mate. Right, we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one. You got this. Tyre condition still looking good. Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate. final lap, push, push. Yes, guys, yes! Come on, boys! Oh, superb driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
Here's our winner, pulling their high-tech GP into Parc Fermé then. What a fantastic race.
Have you seen one quite as dominant as that, Jakesy? I'm not sure I have. They led every single lap of that one, lights to flag.
And as they make their way down to the podium, there's no denying the strength of the high-tech GP team. It was an incredible performance today, and they fully deserve to stand on the top step. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment when Formula 2 returns.